Vanished! A baffling Bermuda tale. Picture this. 5 planes, bright Florida sunshine, a routine training mission. The year is 1945 and the world is still reeling from the aftermath of World War II. These planes, Grumman TBM Avenger torpedo bombers, are part of the US Navy's Flight 19. Sounds normal, right? Except these planes, known as Flight 19, never returned. They took off from the Naval Air Station in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, on what was supposed to be a simple navigation exercise. Poof! Gone. Vanished into thin air like a magician's rabbit. The last radio transmissions from the flight were filled with confusion and disorientation. The pilots reported that their compasses were malfunctioning and they couldn't determine their position. This, my friends, is the story of Flight 19, a tale so strange it makes the hair on the back of your neck stand on end. Despite extensive search and rescue operations, no trace of the planes or their 14 crew members was ever found. It's a story of mystery, intrigue, and the legendary Bermuda Triangle. The area, stretching between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, has been the site of numerous unexplained disappearances over the years. Buckle up, dear reader, as we delve into one of aviation's most enduring enigmas. What happened to Flight 19? Was it a case of navigational error, a mechanical failure, or something more sinister? Join us as we explore the theories and the facts behind this baffling Bermuda tale. Flight 19, a routine training mission turns mysterious. It was December 5th, 1945. The world was still reeling from the aftermath of World War II, and the United States Navy was conducting routine training missions to keep their pilots sharp and ready. On this particular day, the skies were clear and the Atlantic Ocean lay calm, a perfect setting for a training exercise. A seemingly ordinary day, except for the extraordinary event about to unfold. The air was filled with the hum of engines as 5 Grumman TBM Avenger torpedo bombers, known collectively as Flight 19, prepared for takeoff. These aircraft, sturdy and reliable, had seen action during the war and were now being used to train new pilots. The mission for Flight 19 was straightforward, a navigation and bombing practice run over the Atlantic, a task they had performed countless times before. Their mission? A simple training exercise, a little jaunt over the Atlantic. The flight plan was meticulously laid out with specific waypoints and maneuvers designed to test the pilot's skills and ensure they were ready for any real-world scenario. 14 men, young and full of life, manned those planes, ready to practice their bombing and navigational skills. These were men who had trained hard and were eager to prove their mettle. They joked and laughed as they boarded their aircraft, unaware of the fate that awaited them. Little did they know they were about to become part of a mystery that would baffle the world for decades to come. As the planes took off and climbed into the sky, everything seemed routine. But soon, radio transmissions would reveal that something had gone terribly wrong. The pilots reported strange compass readings and disorientation, and despite their training, they were unable to navigate back to base. The disappearance of Flight 19 would spark one of the most enduring mysteries of the 20th century, leading to countless theories and speculations about what really happened on that fateful day. Radio silence and erratic transmissions. The plot thickens. The flight began smoothly enough. The squadron of 5 Grumman TBM Avenger torpedo bombers, known as Flight 19, took off from the Naval Air Station in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, on a routine training mission. The skies were clear and the sea was calm. A perfect day for flying. But as the planes flew further out over the Atlantic, the weather took a turn for the worse. Dark clouds began to gather on the horizon and the wind picked up, causing the planes to jostle in the turbulent air. The once calm sea below now appeared menacing, with waves growing larger and more erratic. The skies darkened, the sea grew choppy. The pilots struggled to maintain their course as visibility decreased. The once familiar landscape of the ocean became an ominous expanse of uncertainty. The instruments in the cockpits began to behave erratically, adding to the growing sense of unease among the crew. The lead pilot, Lieutenant Charles Taylor, began reporting strange compass readings, his voice crackling over the radio waves. "We seem to be off course," he said, his tone betraying a hint of worry. The compasses were spinning wildly, and the landmarks they were supposed to see had vanished into the mist. "Everything looks strange, even the ocean," he said, his words laced with confusion. The other pilots echoed his sentiments, their voices filled with a mix of bewilderment and fear. The once routine mission had turned into a nightmare, and they were flying blind in a hostile environment. Then, silence. The radio went dead. The airwaves, once filled with the chatter of the pilots, were now eerily quiet. The ground crew at the Naval Air Station tried desperately to re-establish contact, but their efforts were in vain. The planes had vanished from the radar, and there was no sign of them anywhere. Moments later, a garbled transmission, a frantic call for help. "We are not sure where we are," came the desperate voice of one of the pilots. The message was barely intelligible, filled with static and distortion. And then, nothing. The silence was deafening, a void that spoke volumes about the fate of Flight 19. Flight 19 had vanished, swallowed by the vast expanse of the Atlantic. The search and rescue mission that followed found no trace of the planes or their crew. The mystery of Flight 19 remains unsolved to this day, a haunting reminder of the dangers that lurk in the unknown. Lost in the Triangle. Theories from the mundane to the bizarre. The disappearance of Flight 19 sent shockwaves through the world. How could 5 planes, each piloted by experienced airmen, simply disappear? The mystery deepened when a massive search and rescue operation involving hundreds of ships and aircraft yielded nothing. No wreckage, no debris, no trace of the missing men. Theories began to swirl like the winds over the Bermuda Triangle, ranging from the plausible to the utterly preposterous. Section 5. The methane gas theory. A scientific explanation. One of the more plausible theories revolves around the presence of methane hydrates on the seabed in the Bermuda Triangle. These ice-like structures, when disturbed, can release vast amounts of methane gas, creating a bubbly, frothy mess that could potentially sink a ship or even bring down an aircraft. Could a sudden release of methane gas have caused the planes of Flight 19 to plummet into the ocean? It's a theory that holds some weight, but it doesn't explain everything. Section 6. Time warps and alien abductions, the imagination runs wild. Now for the more outlandish theories. Some whisper of time warps and dimensional portals lurking within the Bermuda Triangle, swallowing unsuspecting vessels and transporting them to another time or dimension. Others speak of extraterrestrial intervention, of alien spacecraft whisking away the missing planes for some unknown purpose. While these theories might make for entertaining science fiction, they lack any real evidence and are generally dismissed by scientists and aviation experts. Section 7. The enduring mystery, unanswered questions and speculation. Despite numerous investigations and countless theories, the disappearance of Flight 19 remains an enigma. The lack of concrete evidence fuels speculation and keeps the legend of the Bermuda Triangle alive. Did the planes simply get lost and run out of fuel? Were they victims of a navigational error or equipment malfunction? Or was there something more sinister at play? We may never know for sure. Section 8. Searching for answers. Expeditions and investigations. Over the years, numerous expeditions have set out to uncover the truth behind Flight 19, hoping to find the wreckage and bring closure to the families of the missing men. They have scoured the ocean floor with sonar equipment, analysed radio transmissions and pored over weather reports, but the mystery endures, refusing to give up its secrets. In Section 9, Conclusion, the legend lives on. The disappearance of Flight 19 is a stark reminder of the power and unpredictability of the natural world. It's a tale that continues to fascinate and intrigue, capturing the imagination and reminding us that some mysteries may never be solved. The Bermuda Triangle, with its legendary status and eerie tales, serves as a cautionary reminder of the vastness and mystery of the ocean depths. And so, the legend lives on, a testament to the enduring power of the unknown.